Hey everybody, it's Chugga Conroy. Welcome back to more The Legend of Zelda, Skyward Sword. Last time, we returned to the past to do battle with Girahim, and were moments just too late to stop the resurrection of Demise. Demise himself issued the challenge to us that if we would stand between him and the world he hopes to create, to do battle with him in this state while he's still regaining his power. If you need a bird statue, one is right before you. If you need to heal, there is a stool in the sealed temple at the top of the geysers. Use them if you need. Otherwise, we will resist. Master Link, I have important information for you. Once you enter this portal, my analysis indicates a 0% chance that you will be able to return unless you are able to vanquish your foe. Are you ready to proceed? Understood, Master Link. Know that even in the place that lies beyond this portal, I will be with you. And Master, good luck. So you've decided to meet your end in battle after all. It pleases me greatly to see such misplaced valor, human. Take a moment to appreciate your surroundings, for where we stand shall serve as your tomb for eternity. The hate for the gods that is boiled in my veins. You will taste all of it in the bite of my blade. The only question left is how long you will manage to remain standing before I take your life. Try to keep it interesting for me, would you? And when you do fall, know that your world and everything in it is mine to dominate, mine to subjugate, mine to rule. When I finish with you, you can take solace in knowing your friends and kin will soon follow, as I wipe all who oppose me from the face of this world. It won't be long now. At last, the almighty power I've sought for millennia. I will take the Triforce for my own. And the world shall be under my foot for eternity. Our final battle. As is the case with any sword duel up to this point, Shield Bash is your friend. Just attack away. Once he does that, do not attack for too long, otherwise he will parry you. He inherits the ability from Girahim to perfectly read your sword movements. He will move one-to-one with you as long as his sword is currently drawn. If he sees that your shield is drawn, he will punch. You need to get used to that timing to be able to attack him well. Hylian Shield is about the best thing that you could have for this, other than, of course, well, a Guardian Potion. As stated before, I am not using a Guardian Potion because I do feel like it takes a bit of the intensity out of things. And if there has ever been any testament to how amazing a Guardian Potion with the Potion Medal would be, there's the fact that our Stamina Potion from the battle with Girahim is still in effect now. I can't speak enough praise of that item. It is great to have with you, easily worth the adventure voucher slot that it takes up. And the setting for this battle, oh my god. It's very reminiscent of a certain other setting for a final battle that Zelda fans should know well, where the setting is as tranquil as can be and then becomes something very threatening like this. I love it. But it's not over. He might have hit hard before, but with his sword powered up, he hits for as much as 2 whole hearts of damage now. Him doing that tells you that you are able to do it as well. Raise your sword to the skies, power up your Skyward Strike, use his own greatest strength against him. Got a little too wild right there, but that's okay. I got in a lot of damage. That's what I'm looking for. Be ready for him when he's powered up, as he is able to dash at you, once again inheriting yet another ability from Girahim. How fitting the Techno-Blend counter that everyone hates found its way into the final battle. Try to get my sword powered up. We couldn't launch it quite fast enough. Ready for him? Attack again. Oh, nope. Let's go. If you're too close to him during that, it will hit you. And as you can see, he hits incredibly hard. Use your potions. What else are you going to use them for at this point? Try to power up my blade if it will let me. Pretty good move that he's not letting me. He does have combo attack, so he is threatening to you even if you have that shield. We've stunned him. Ready for him this time. Cancel that his attack with my own. And in tradition, as is tradition with these final battles, he is weak to a silly item. I'm not going to take advantage of it, but if you use your bug net against him, he will follow it with his head, and it will reflect back his sword beam at him. It's really silly. I'm kind of glad that that is the case, as it always has been that way, but you can use that if you want to. Attack him. Cancel him out. I need to get my stuff together here, man. Come on. There we go. Attack him away. Once he's down, do the finisher. He will always roll out of the way that time. Got the lightning when he didn't. Attacked him away. Hit him to the ground. Finish him again. Extraordinary. You stand as a paragon of your kind, human. You fight like no man or demon I've ever known, though this is not the end. My hate never perishes. It is born anew in a cycle with no end. I will rise again. Those like you, those who share the blood of the goddess and the spirit of the hero, they are eternally bound to this curse. An incarnation of my hatred shall ever follow your kind, dooming them to wander a blood-soaked sea of darkness for all time. I have confirmed the eradication of the Demon King. His residual consciousness has been absorbed into the Master Sword, and is now sealed away. You have done well, Link. Link, thank you. I think it's over. Finally, it's all over. Nice going, you two. You guys were totally amazing in this little adventure I like to call The Legend of Groose. That's a little joke. Joke or not, your contributions to our efforts were heroic. You have my thanks. Oh, well, you know, just glad I could make myself useful. I'm happy things turned out okay. Hey, so things look pretty sewn up here. What do you say, guys? Ready to head back to our own time? Granny was really worried about you two. We don't want to keep the old girl in suspense too long. Hylia, your grace. Or perhaps you prefer Zelda. It pleases me to know you are safe. Master, I must speak with you. Master Link, you have successfully protected the goddess reborn and defeated Demise, fulfilling your role as the hero of legend. My purpose here is complete. Therefore, I ask you to dissolve our arrangement as master and servant. Drive the sword into the pedestal before you, and I will return to the sword to enter a sleep without end. Master, you have achieved the purpose you were chosen to fulfill. Please set the sword in the pedestal and bring the goddess's mission to an end. Now, Master, it is time to conclude our necessary companionship. Link. Link, hear me. My purpose was to obey the command of the goddess and lead you, the chosen hero of this land, on your quest. When I first awoke and began this task, I perceived it as merely serving my function as a servant to her grace. However, I have come to consider the information corresponding to our time together among the most precious data I have on record. I do not have the capability to fully understand the human spirit, Link. But now, at the end of my journey with you, as I prepare to sleep within the Master Sword forever, I experience a feeling I am unable to identify. I lack sufficient data to be sure of my conclusion, but I believe this feeling correlates closest to what your people call happiness. Our partnership is at an end, and even as we speak, I feel my consciousness fading away. Before I enter the sleep that calls me to the sword, I wish to relay to you words that I recorded many times over the course of our journey. Many have said them to you thus far, but now I wish to say them for myself. Thank you, Master Link. May we meet again in another life. What, Impa, why? Come with us! Zelda, your grace, you possess the memories of the goddess. You must understand why that is not possible. I am a being of this age. My place is here. I know that, but You must return to your own time. I will take care of the gate once you have passed through. I can't do that. You and I have been through so much together. I don't want to leave you alone. Please, Impa, come back with us. Zelda, at the command of the goddess, I passed through the Gate of Time. I did so to protect you and aid the fight to prevent the world's destruction. The last remnants of Demise are decaying slowly within the sword. Someone must stay behind to watch over this blade. His spirit must not reawaken. He must never be allowed to threaten the world again. This is the nature of the task given to my tribe. As a member of the Sheikah, the goddess's chosen guardians, I gladly welcome this duty. Zelda, I shall watch over the Triforce. Its power is too great to leave in the grasp of man. Dependence on its might is an invitation to disaster. When it has served its purpose, it must be secreted away to lie dormant once again, the knowledge of its existence hidden from mortal history. These are the words the goddess spoke to me long ago. I remember them well, as do you, I'm sure. Do not despair, Zelda. You and I will surely meet again someday. See? I told you we'd meet again. And that's been The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. Overall, it is something I'm glad I went back and played again. It definitely has its problems. I will never tell you that it is a perfect game. There's definitely some things that I have against it, as I've said before, but there's also a lot of good here. I can see why it might not be some people's game, but I hope that this showed you what it means to me. And I think especially in the way of the story and the characters, how alive they feel, their interactions, and the presentation of the story. This is the highest point in the series. I think to this day, in those aspects, it has not been topped. Now, this has been somewhat of a strange journey for me. I appreciate this game overall. I definitely do. But I do have problems with it. And strangely, my problems with it are all clumped together in bunches. Like, the beginning of the game being slow. I fully admit that is something I could see people not playing that far into the game because, well, even I don't really care for it that much. But once you get to the Skyview Temple, I think things pick up for a while. And I think the highest point in the adventure is the second visits to each of the Pillars of Light. That's amazing. I don't particularly dislike anything about the second visits. But then the third visits happen and things kind of slow down again, and that's where I'd say the story is also at the weakest because there's not really a whole lot going on, and it's not really your fault, even if you are trying to play through the story and not really dawdle beside things all that much. And then it picks right back up again near the end. I feel like this is a game that's great, but it overstays its welcome a little bit. And because the kind of sour spots are right at the beginning and right before the end, I think that's why this is kind of divisive for people, because you generally remember the very beginning and very end of something more than anything else. But overall, I enjoyed it. I hope that I got some of you to give it another go. I hope maybe I showed you all the really fun stuff that you can do with the combat, because I think the fights are intense. The enemies are interesting to fight. I like how they're a lot smarter. They're not just little mooks for you to cut through like butter. I think most of the boss fights are intense, and they have a lot of interesting things that you can do in them. Just, in general, I find it to be a very intense game, and heck, the feels along the way definitely complement that as well. I won't deny that much. If I may go a little bit nostalgia bombing on you, try to think back to 2006 when the Wii was new and very exciting. This is exactly the game that you immediately wanted to play on it, and it does exist. It just came unfortunately late into the system's life cycle and was kind of overlooked or not given a chance by a lot of people because of it. I think if you like dungeons, you like the combat, and you like an interesting story in games, this definitely is for you. It's very gorgeous, very colorful. Heck, even this credits roll, I think, is a fantastic end to it. This was the beginning of the series having orchestral music, and while it's not the greatest Zelda soundtrack in the world, it's definitely a good debut for it. It has some big hits in there, and the songs that I wouldn't really listen to outside of this adventure, they're at least good ambient pieces for what they're meant to do. All this is a very long-winded way of saying it has its good qualities. I hope if you didn't really give it much of a chance before, or maybe you didn't enjoy it before, I've been able to show you what I see in it. As always at the end of these, I want to thank the folks over at Zelda Universe for being very motivating and just in general being a very good resource when putting everything together, fact-checking stuff, maybe even learning a thing or two that I didn't know. I'd like to thank Zelda Dungeon for also being a resource for this series, having very good walkthroughs on their site for all kinds of different Zelda games. I want to thank Masay and Ella for being all around very encouraging. She likes this game quite a lot too, so we kind of were able to gush about it to each other, and she did kind of help me to realize some of my ideas that I had for it. And even though she does like this game a lot, don't tease her over it. If you're going to tease anyone over liking Skyward Sword, tease me. After all, I was the loser that wanted to make a full playthrough of this for YouTube to show how much I liked it. I think that's pretty justified. Anyway, on a brighter note, I'd also like to thank you for watching, as always. It's very appreciated. I feel like you make this journey what it is. Heck, you guys taught me a lot of little details that I didn't know that actually made my appreciation for this game greater than it was. When it comes to being informed of things, I didn't know about, some little things here and there, and it was kind of cool getting to discover them. I loved learning about playing the harp and having the remlets sing along. That was probably my favorite detail that I didn't know about, and not too many people even pointed that out to me. A lot of you said you didn't even know about Remlet Garden in Skyloft, and barely anyone talked about playing the harp. That was easily my favorite new thing to learn. It was great getting to learn new things about this as we went along, because, I think one of the marks of a truly great game is one that you can learn something new about every time you've played it, even if you've played it a ton. I think this was... Yeah, I think this is in total my 4th full playthrough of this game, not counting one time that I watched somebody play through it in full in front of me from beginning to end. But that's not all. There are other things left for us to do. Specifically, after you finish your adventure, some new things will open up. On top of that, there are some very minor things that we didn't see on our quest just out of not really having a good place to see them, and we'll be going over those as well in the very near future. So, I'll see you back next time for that, and I'll see you back shortly after that for some more promised bonus videos that are long overdue, of course, trying to reduce my backlog of those. And I will see you back here a little bit after that for something else that I'm hoping to change some minds about. Okay, fine, I've said that one before. It's a direct sequel to something I have played for you before. See you guys then. Look around us. As a child, I always dreamed of a world below. I wanted to see the surface with my own eyes and feel the land's warm breeze on my skin. I think I want to live here. I always want to feel solid ground beneath my feet, see the clouds above my head, and watch over the Triforce. What about you, Link? What will you do now? Well, you see, this untamed wilderness is without heroes, so I got this great idea to bring order to the land. I call it the Post Office. Sorry, bro. Didn't mean to steal your thunder.